Anyway, episode 23, NFLP, and it's just me, NoviceSteve, but I'm welcoming back Internet Resol.
Hello.
Say hello, Internet Resol.
Hello. You okay?
Oh, you sound lovely. We've missed you. And we have a special guest today. It's, what can I call you? Just Baz. It's after Internet Resol, Baz sounds a bit too short, I would say. What do you want to be called, Baz?
A long-time listener, first-time podcaster, that'll do.
I like it. You've got a little treat for us as well, right? You've got a nice Super Bowl quiz.
A bit of organised fun.
Well, there's no better fun than organised fun.
The only type of fun.
What's been going on in your lives this week before we jump into the quiz?
Just Super Bowl preparations in the house.
Full-on Super Bowl prep.
Full-on Super Bowl prep. Actually, I did have a bit of a moment because Ira is now 6, my little boy, and was
6 already. Wow.
6,
oh
and
God.
he mentioned something about wrestling. He'd seen wrestling, so I was like, oh, I think it was Royal Rumble, which is, I don't watch wrestling, but that was always the best thing, wasn't it, the Royal Rumble?
Mm-hmm.
So we watched it the other night. We watched.
I was a fan of SummerSlam as well, I have to say.
Oh, you're so alternative, aren't you? Not WrestleMania, no. Too mainstream.
Hell in a Cell as well, that was good.
Yeah, Hell in a Cell was good. But yeah, so we watched just the Rumble part.
Mm-hmm.
He loved it. He got so into it. Like, it was, who did he really like? Edge, who came back after like 10 years and everyone was excited.
Edge? Who's Edge?
Edge. He was around.
You too.
Yeah. So that was exciting with his guitar. But yeah, like, he was really into it. I remember like when I used to watch it as a kid, like Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan, like, it seemed amazing, didn't it? So like,
the Royal Rumble was so exciting because it was like it'd be the countdown in the corner. It would be like 3 minutes, and then it would get down, and then you're like, "Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be?" And then all of a sudden the music would start, like the Undertaker's music would come on, and then he would walk in, and you're like, "Oh my God, it's all gonna kick off!" And he would just come in and throw like 5 people out of the ring in 2 seconds.
That's what it was. So it was like, that was cool because you like, feels like your own childhood, doesn't it? So it was good. That was good. I don't think we'll have the same thing for the. Don't think we're going to be he's going to be staying up for the Super Bowl though.
The thing about WrestleMania is you had the Roman numerals in it, right? The same thing as the Super Bowl. They must be the only sporting events that have Roman numerals in it.
SummerSlam probably had a couple of Roman numerals.
They like Roman numerals in America, but like I don't. We teach it at school, Roman numerals, and it's the one thing they never learn, and it's really difficult to push because it doesn't matter, does it? Like, unless you're watching like a rerun of Fawlty Towers and you wonder what year it was made, you don't. Apart from, I suppose, a clock, but their clocks these days don't have Roman numerals. It's still a big bit every single year through primary school. You have to do Roman numerals, but
I still remember it.
They don't get it. They just don't really. I mean, it's not that complicated, is it?
Well, X was 10, the V was 5, and you put the 1, you put like a line or the I or whatever before it to make it 4, right? Or no, well, you don't do that. You just have 1. Oh my God, now I'm getting lost. But let's say you had a 1 and an X, that would be 9, right?
Yeah.
If the 1 was before the X.
Yeah.
And then an L is 50, or what?
Yeah.
L's Wait 50. A minute. In Stoke, they no longer have Roman numerals on the clocks. This is a revelation, isn't it?
Well, they don't have. Well, yeah, but actually,
they just have one big clock that's counting down to Brexit, and that's about it.
It's almost run out. Well, so it's very catchy. It's called Time for Time. They've started at school, and so what it means is they put up clocks everywhere, and we no longer have bells. We just have a bell to start the day, and so there's not even one to end it. So it's to.
You have bells to start. Actually, you mentioned at the beginning, just in school, right? I just imagine the whole of Stoke gets woken up with a bell.
No, just in school. So there's the morning bell, and you used to have a bell for everything. So a bell for break, dinner, all the different breaks and stuff. So now it's just one bell to start the day, and it's to encourage the kids to like look at the time. But all it means is that I was late going back the other day, so I missed the first 5 minutes because I was on my dinner, and then I was 10 minutes early. It's just a joke. All you do is watching your phone the time all the time. So it's time for time.
Time for time.
I'm sorry, I was put on that routine.
Who's .c?
NovicePardo has joined us, listeners.
C
is Baz, long-time listener, first-time podcaster. Baz.
Is he able to talk today? The watcher.
He is. He's come to do a Super Bowl quiz on the pod.
All right.
Bring some good content about time.
Where's your video? Oh.
I'm sat here naked. It's Naked Thursdays.
Right. More. Yeah.
More reason.
Yeah.
Pardo has joined us eating a pudding. It looks like a nice chocolate pudding there, Pardo.
I think it's tiramisu.
Tiramisu. Yep.
Good.
1 point to Resol before even the quiz starts.
That's not the quiz, guys.
That's the decider. If it's a draw, Resol's won because he got the tiramisu pudding right. To me, it looks like a chocolate dessert. But wow, good eye for puddings, Resol.
Yeah, can spot a tiramisu a mile off.
That's the Resol of old.
What's this quiz? What's going on?
You've brought a real professional edge to this. We were having a really good chat, and then you're like eating a tiramisu.
And then you come in slopping your tiramisu into your mouth and
can you hear the slopping?
Over the last 23 weeks, he's really changed his attitude to podcasting. He's such an old hand now. He just eats tiramisu.
So Baz,
have you started recording already?
We have started recording. So, and this is in the classic unedited fashion. We'll go into the pod.
Fine. I'll mute it until I finish my pudding.
But Baz has joined us in this special pre-Super Bowl pod, which is actually going to be the last of the season because everyone is going to make an after the Super Bowl pod. So we're just going for the pre-Super Bowl pod. We're getting the pre-Super Bowl market, even though everyone's making a pre-Super Bowl pod as well. But we're doing it with an edge because our good friend Baz has made a Super Bowl quiz. So I hope you have pens and papers at the ready or something to... How are we doing it, Baz? You're the quiz master.
I've got the pens and papers here. Don't worry about that, quiz fans.
Okay. So he has 7 questions about Super Bowls of old.
The first one's lame. But
Do you have to put your text and phones out of your area?
No, we'll go around the room. So should we get underway? Stop this waffling.
Let's get underway.
Okay. So pretty exciting to have the 2 teams that everybody wanted in the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
And everyone's predicting plenty of points. So can you tell me the Super Bowl with the most combined points? Can you tell me how many points? So, Pardo, we'll go to you first.
So, what am I guessing here? The total number of points?
Combined points from a previous Super Bowl. That's the record.
I'm going to go for 85.
Stephen?
76.
Result?
Oh, sorry. Right, 7, 4, 28. 65.
Oh, he's gone for a low.
Totaling up there. Down to 75 points, so Steve's the winner there.
Oh,
yes. I assumed it would have been in like a 30 to 40 game, so I went, okay, 38, and then against like 43, that makes 76, right?
And it was the 49ers against San Diego Chargers in 1995, Super Bowl 29.
Not that long ago.
Was Philip Rivers playing?
No.
Reasonable amount of points, right?
Yeah, it's a good one.
Of course, it's the Super Bowl. Everyone wants to go there. Everybody knows it's ridiculously expensive. So can you tell me, according to StatGeek, which is just the website I've looked at today, what is the average ticket price available today if I wanted to buy it in dollars? This is the average price.
Today?
Right, so now it's sold out.
I'm not bothered about the most expensive. I'm talking the average price of the tickets they're selling in dollars.
I wish I'd read that article.
Who are you going to first?
We'll start with Resol first because he went last.
So if you bought one today, so what, 3
today.
days?
So it's a resale site. It's a
Right.
resale site.
God.
And it's the average price of the ticket.
And no interneting Internet Resol.
I'm not. $5,000.
Steve?
In my head, I was thinking $3,000. So I'll go for $3,100.
Pardo?
I'm going to go for 3,000.
Oh,
101.
Lame.
you scumbag.
Clock is the closest. The average ticket price available today, when I checked at lunchtime, $9,031.
Wow.
The cheapest ticket, $5,844. The most expensive seat on this website, £46,302. Ridiculous.
God.
That's amazing.
Wow.
This is a good quiz.
Hey,
Yeah, I thought I went too high on the first one, so I was being conservative. I thought I'd best go lower, but blimey.
But a lot of the people that go to Miami are going to have some dollar, you know? Like
Well,
Will
that's
Smith.
time it's been in Miami, isn't it?
Yeah.
From what I hear from the other podcasts, our rival podcast, like Around the NFL.
Yeah, they must worry about us. Yeah,
they're in Miami, and they say it's a great Super Bowl city. So, it's a shame because my friend, my American friend Matt, who did a segment for a while called Matt's Memories, he promised that he would have his 40th birthday, which is actually next week. He promised that it would be in Miami this year. So he's 40 next week. And he promised that he would have like a couple of weeks in Miami with his best friends, invited us last year. And then a few months ago, he sent an email saying, I forgot to organize it, guys. It's not going to happen. So I could be there.
It sounds a lot like you for bailing on trips. The only one we get is like camping in Wales or something.
Anyway, question 3.
Anyway, it wouldn't be a Super Bowl without razzmatazz, and nothing is, more glamorous than the halftime show. This year, of course, Shaqiri, he plays for Liverpool. Shakira.
And J-Lo, 1 point for
J-Lo. And it's going to be a 12-minute extravaganza. They had the press conference today, and the sponsors, Pepsi, the PR people were going crazy about it. Can you tell me?
Why were they going crazy?
Well, they're just, saying,
in a good way or a bad?
It's going to be the best one ever. Just like
that's what they said about Maroon 5.
Exactly. Can you tell me how much the artists get paid to play the halftime show at the Super Bowl?
A lot.
Well, that's not an answer, Steve. You go first.
Okay, I'm going to say, well, maybe they even do it for quite cheap because they probably get so much publicity from it. So I'm going to go for a cool $1 million. $1
million each, okay?
Yeah.
Pardo?
Oh, yeah, because normally it's one artist rather than two artists. But I think it's going to be $2 million each per artist.
Resol?
I don't think this is right, so I don't know why I'm saying it, but nothing? I wonder if they don't get paid and it's
because it's a publicity for them, right? That's
what
I was thinking as well.
But then that's not American, is it, to pay? I don't think that's right, but I'm going to say 0.
Someone's cheating. Zero is the answer, yeah. They don't
is
get
it?
paid a penny, yeah. They don't get paid by the NFL.
Someone's checking the internet.
I had that. I think he's right. I had that inkling as well because I thought it's such good publicity for them.
Yeah.
It's like an honor, isn't it? Because like NFL is like, it's like it's something about the nation. It's like the army, everything. It's like seen as your civic duty to do that kind of thing.
Well, this is it. They always get backhanders. I bet they get other.
Well,
you think about all the payments that they get on the back of it.
They'll get sponsors, they'll get downloads, they'll get record sales. Everyone's forgotten about Shakira. Now her albums will be downloaded on iTunes on Monday. Everyone will be singing Hips Don't Lie, and I'm starting to feel fly. J-Lo, everyone will be having a block.
Might get a start for Liverpool after this bloody
So that's halftime squared off. Let's fast forward to the end of the game.
Yeah.
And it's customary to tip Gatorade on the coach, isn't it? Can you tell me, with the bookies, what colour is currently the favourite colour of Gatorade to be poured over the coach?
This one. I heard this on the podcast.
But let me tell you guys, you're probably thinking, that's an impossible question. How can we answer that? Well, let's have the Gatorade form guide, right? 2011, it was orange. 2012, it was purple. 2013, none. 2014, of course, was orange. We remember that one. 15 was blue. 16 was orange. 17, none again. 18, yellow. 19, blue.
So I know, Baz, I can tell you that I
Who
know...
says you're going first?
No, listen. I know that orange... Oh, no, I'm not going to give this away. Because this will...
Well, what's your guess,
so,
Steve?
Orange is the third favorite. I heard it on a podcast.
No, it's not.
So they were doing like silly bets, and they were saying, "Oh, look, orange is the third favorite or something." It's not, or a second favorite. Then it wasn't the first favorite.
Well, I only want to know the first favorite, don't I? That's the quiz.
So I am going. Do you want me to go first?
No, you can go last for being a tool. Pardo.
I will go purple.
Purple.
Yeah.
AJ.
Orange.
Orange.
Yeah.
Alter in the favour of orange.
Purple sounds tasty, actually. What flavour is purple? Is it like blue?
They don't have that. Is the flavour Americans? It's
Flavour
just
is the purple.
Forest fruit or something.
It's purple flavour.
Okay, I'm going for yellow, Baz. I think it's yellow.
Yellow/green, that would be, Steve. Of course.
Yeah.
Well, you're all wrong. It's red. Followed by orange.
Oh.
Followed by clear, water. Although, obviously, how can it be water? Because it's all sugar. Yellow and green, blue, purple, and none is the absolute rank outsider, but it's happened 3 times in the last 10 years. So,
So,
Hold on.
have a punt on that.
is the red,
Red
then
wasn't
because
in the
both
form
teams?
guide, was it? No. That's
But
the thing,
both
isn't
teams
it?
play in red, don't they? So is that why?
What's that?
Oh yeah,
Both teams play in red.
yeah.
I wonder if that's why it's favourite.
Well, it'll be
Because
down.
you're not-
Won't it be down to be personal choice of the teams?
It's about
If
what
they want the
flavour
colour-
like,
If
isn't
they
it?
want
Really?
the flavour red.
Yes, one of the flavour.
I've often wanted to be in a sports team so I get free Gatorade on the side. I just sit there and get fat, not playing, getting millions, drinking loads of Gatorade, and then get my teeth fixed when all the Gatorade ruins my
What colour
teeth.
would you drink?
I would go for purple because
Yeah.
it just sounds very
healthy.
exotic.
Of course, other
It's
sugary
not
drinks are available.
Yeah, like what's that British one? No, it's not British, but what's the other one?
Lucozade.
Powerade, I'm thinking.
Oh, that's
Powerade,
that's
yeah.
That's not
Coca-Cola.
British.
That.
And let me
That's
tell you,
Coca-Cola.
the
American,
blue Powerade is fantastic and a great hangover cure if you ever have a hangover, kids.
Yeah.
Are we trying to so he's mentioned Pepsi so far, and now he's mentioned Gatorade.
I've just thought,
Whoever
if you-
sends us first free stuff first, then that's the chosen.
It's like the
Power
Super
drink
Bowl.
for the
It's like
pod.
the Super Bowl halftime show. I don't get paid for this, so I have to get my sponsors in.
I don't know how you're going to put this out there, but when this podcast finishes, I'm planning on tipping red Gatorade over the laptop to blow it.
Well,
So
we've
you
got a
never have
vested
to make
interest
another
right to the
podcast
end
again.
now.
Go on, Buzz.
It's worth staying up till 4 a.m. just so we can see what colour the
That's
Gatorade
true.
is.
That's true. Something to
Okay,
say.
so Patrick Mahomes is a mobile bloke, isn't he?
What question is this, Baz? Number 5. I don't want
This
this
is
quiz
5.
to end.
I
So
don't-
far, Pardo's Resol's the only person to have answered one correct,
Yes.
and he cheated. So
I
technically,
didn't.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
hasn't.
Hang on, I got the
Okay.
first one. I got the points. I got 70.
Well,
I was one off on the points. I mean, come on, you got to give me that.
You got closest, but let's see. We'll review it at the end of the quiz.
Yeah. Well, we had to get an exact answer for that.
Well, that's what happens in quizzes, Pardo.
It's a bit easier to answer a colour than a number that could be like between 0 and 100.
Closest wins, I reckon. That's got to be it.
I've always learned in quizzes not to abuse the quizmaster.
Okay, yeah, sorry, Baz.
Yeah, they get
Carry on.
annoyed.
Carry on.
Patrick Mahomes, then, mobile bloke, very fast on his feet. No surprise then that he's partial to a pair of sneakers. Can you tell me in his house? In fact, he's so obsessed with sneakers, he's got a sneakers room.
Oh,
Can you
they
tell
all
me if-
do, don't they?
Can you tell me approximately how many pairs of trainers are on display in his sneaker room in his house? And I know the answer because I sat there the other night and watched a 15-minute video about it. I mean, that is sad.
What, you were counting them as you were watching the video, or you
No,
actually
luckily-
said
luckily-
how many were in there?
Luckily, he told me before I got to the
All right,
number.
okay, yeah. Fine.
Is this nearest wins, or do you have to get exact?
Well, I mean, whatever. You guys make your own rules up, eh?
Who's going first, Quizmaster?
Clarky, so he doesn't cheat, because I can hear him tapping away.
Yeah.
I'm not
Resol.
Oh God. How many pairs does he have? What's ridiculous to have a room? Let's 360.
Oh my God, Resol, that was the number in my head.
Really?
Yeah, I
Go
was
on,
thinking.
Steve.
Well, I'll go 356.
Oh,
Can't get away with that. That's terrible.
Genuinely, I was about to say 360. That is so weird.
Pardo. Don't say 355.
Well, that was the number I had in my head.
Hang on, what's his number? What's his shirt number?
14, isn't it?
Mate, go for 40.
Oh yeah, 14.
Go for 40.
I think, and I was thinking it's a high number, but not quite 300 range. So I'll say 250.
Well, funny you should mention 360, because there's a rationale behind why the number of pairs of trainers he's got. He's actually got 180 on display in this room, because his rationale is he wears them all twice a year. So, which would add up to 365 days. So there's kind of a strange logic there.
Yeah. I like that.
365 days in a year, though.
Yeah. There's 5 days he goes. When he's on holiday, he just wears flip flops.
What's he do on leap years? Yeah.
That's what I just
Oh,
said,
that's
Steve.
his favourite pair. Yeah.
There's nothing
5.
better.
Oh, sorry,
Rob?
go on.
Sorry.
I was going to say maybe he factors in 5 days of injuries a year, so when he doesn't have any shoes. Because he's had ankle injuries and stuff.
There's probably 5 days where he doesn't know which ones he's worn and which ones he needs to wear. Unless he's got a spreadsheet or something where he's ticking it off. Probably got someone to pick them for him.
Aaron Rodgers probably does.
Nick Foles, that's his job.
There's nothing better when Super Bowl's on than cracking open a few beers, having some snacks, right? So can you tell me the predicted number of chicken wings expected to be consumed in America on Sunday?
God, that would be so good. I'd love to eat some chicken wings on Sunday. Who's going first, Baz?
Pardo.
Right. Okay.
This comes from the National Chicken Council, this statistic. So
I mean, people eat a lot of chicken wings anyway, even if the Super Bowl isn't on. 500 million people in the US.
How many?
They all have a chicken wing per Sunday anyway. So I'm gonna half that and go.
How many people are in the US?
I think it's 500 million.
500 million? 500 million? No, it's less than that, surely, in the US.
Less than that? Why would it be less?
We can't
I think it's like
208.
I think it's 280 million in the US is the population.
All right, I'll look it up.
I'll take a quick look.
Anyway, my guess is
Can't
actually
start a rival quiz. This is brilliant. This is classic. This is exactly what you guys do to me.
It's 327 million people.
Yeah, 327.
all right, somewhere in the middle. Agree to disagree.
I said 280.
200 million.
200 million. Steve?
Oh, that's because everyone, like, let's say, okay, 327 million people. Let's say half. No, there's got to be like 40% of men, 45% of men. Then, so let's say 20%.
When you're eating chicken wings, though, you just eat a lot, don't you?
Yeah, but let's say 20%. 20% of those like NFL. Then let's say, okay, 5% are on a diet, so 15% of 327 million. And then, so what's 15% of 327? So let's say 43 million. But then there's, in a portion of chicken wings, there's like, usually you get like 10.
Thank God we didn't ask about pretzels.
In a portion.
That's next.
So let's say, I'm going to say 400 million chicken wings.
Shut up, you idiot!
I like the maths.
I'd love to follow the maths and the actual working out there, but that's just
he did all the working out and then just like wrote a load of numbers down.
No, because it makes sense. There's like 10 chicken wings in a portion. All right. Maybe it's a bit less. Maybe it's between 300 and 400 million. I should have gone for like 350, but I went for the top end. I went bold. I went audacious.
400 million, yeah.
Let's go for the population. I'll go for the population of America, which is that's 327. Let's go for 372 million.
How many answers?
One answer.
Thanks, Steve.
370.
Result?
100 million.
Ooh. Meanwhile, Resol looked it up.
No.
Steve's the closest,
Oh.
but it's a staggering 1.4 billion.
Shut!
Wow. There we
Those
go.
4 chickens.
How many chickens is that, Steve?
So my math was a bit out because I basically I discounted the women, and the women are eating chicken wings. That was my downfall, because actually
Forgetting that women eat food.
Well, that's it. Think about how long the game is as well. The men are actually watching it. Well, actually, that's no.
I also said on Sunday, so it's the full day. Remember, you've got pre-match, during the match, afterwards.
So how many? What was the total?
1.4 billion.
So 1.4.
I should apologize to our female listeners because I'm not actually sexist. I just basically took the math that it is in my house that my wife hates watching football. So I just took that as granted that everyone in America is like lives in a house like this.
So
it is. It is.
Last year, it was about 92 million people watched the Super Bowl in America. So that means every person's eating 50. Every single person's having 15 chicken
Yeah, but
wings.
you're not listening to the questions.
What a day.
Resol.
On Sunday.
How many chicken wings are consumed in America on Sunday?
Yeah, it's not just watching the game.
Oh yeah, it's not just watching. Yeah.
Super Bowl will increase it, but I don't know what a normal Sunday
hang on.
is.
Oh,
it's in America.
A normal Sunday. A normal Sunday.
I don't know. I'll get in touch with the National Chicken Council and maybe we'll do the quiz next week.
But that's still all right. So if every single person in America you divide it by, that's still.
What do you think about all the chickens that are eaten in the UK every Sunday at every roast dinner?
4.
Quite a lot. 4 chickens.
4 chicken wings per person. That works out. Huh? Ridiculous.
Right, last question.
Okay.
Oh no, this is the best.
Hold on, I thought this was the whole pod.
It's definitely the best episode of NFLP. So
we need
10 carry on.
Questions.
Plenty of razzmatazz.
Well, we're getting up to our 30-minute mark, actually, by the way. So it's perfect for our 30-minute pods. Go on, Baz. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Something that gets probably more attention than the actual game are the TV adverts.
Yeah.
You know, everyone's looking out for which cheesy celebrities are plugging, the worst stuff, life insurance. Can you tell me, for a 30-second slot, how much are the advertisements sold for?
Wow.
So how much is a 30-second slot on TV during the Super Bowl?
State Farm or probably.
It's in millions of dollars, is it? Before you start.
I assumed it would be millions.
Yeah.
I have a feeling. Well,
who's going first, Baz? Before Steve does his working out.
My workings out were going to be the way that he said millions means it's double digits. But I was thinking single digits originally when he said the question.
It's definitely double digits.
It's double digits, isn't it?
Definitely.
Well,
at least double digits. It could be more than double digits.
The answers, would it?
Okay, go on, Baz. Who's going first?
Resol.
For 30 seconds.
30-second slot.
Oh God.
And there are 77 slots in total.
I was going to say there's so many adverts.
Gosh, there's so many adverts. Yeah, you're right. How much money are they making? And then they can't give Colin Kaepernick a job.
6 million.
NFLP a job.
6 million, okay.
6 million.
Steve?
12 million, I was thinking. Originally, I was thinking 5, but then with your double digits drop, 12.
Nobody gave a double digits drop.
15 million.
15 million. The double digits was, I don't know where you got that from, Steve. Clarky, Resol's the closest, $5.6 million, which breaks down.
Clarky would have still been the closest.
$186,000 a second.
Well, that's money well spent. Money well spent. You get all those. If you're advertising chicken wings, Bob's your mother's brother.
Well, you don't have
wasted money. People are eating them anyway.
True. Advertise them the day before the chicken wings.
Okay, then scores on the door.
How much do you think it is prime time on ITV when Corrie's on?
€4. Or €5.
£56.
What's the number 4?
It's just, I think you just use one of them new Brexit coins, and then you get what you want.
That's the end of the quiz. And
Yes.
in last place is NovicePardo. Of course, he's never watched Super Bowl before. He doesn't know what all these things are, so let him off.
No, it's the novice to quiz, novice to NFLP.
Oh, yeah,
Steve
this is
is
his first
in
Super Bowl.
second with 2,
Scabby Resol won.
meaning
Believe that.
Resol cheated his way to 3.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, well done, Resol. Let's be
Thanks.
gracious. Let's win
Yeah.
with, lose with what? What do I always say to my kids? Lose with dignity and win with humility.
Oh,
That's deep.
absolutely.
That goes down well.
Yeah, then they go F off.
How old's Daphne?
I can't see.
Big
I
T
can't
bumps.
see Ariadne responding like that when we're beating her at trumps. That the game just finishes. That's
Yeah, she just walks off.
Everything's thrown off the balcony. That was a brilliant quiz. Loved it.
It was. Thanks,
Should've done more.
Baz.
Same time next year.
Yeah.
Do you
Same
want to
questions.
just quickly a quick round of Super Bowl predictions and then we can stop recording?
Yes.
Come on then.
Shall I go
I
first?
Hey,
Are
Baz,
we
you're
going
the quiz master.
scores?
You're the
Are we
quiz
going
master.
scores as well as winner?
Total
or...
score. Total score. You have to guess.
Ooh.
I'm predicting 75 points, red Gatorade, chicken wings all round.
I am going to get some chicken wings actually for watching the game.
God,
if
I
I can
really
make
want some
it
chicken
up,
wings
yeah.
now. I so want some chicken wings. I love them with
I'm
all
going-
that sloppy sauce on as well. You know.
That's a
Right.
special.
Go on. So, prediction.
Yeah. Go on, Rezol.
I genuinely don't know what everyone's going to say, and it's exciting because I think for the first time in however many years, like I don't think, I mean it matters to them, but like I feel like you'd be happy whoever wins. You know, there's not one team you think, oh, they don't deserve it, or one's the bloody Patriots and you don't want to win or whatever. Like, be good for either team, wouldn't it? But I think the 49ers will win.
Mhm.
I think the 49ers. I think
Smart
Mahomes
choice.
is like a big, shiny, amazing quarterback. And maybe if it gets into a 2-minute drill at the end that he can pull out magic. But I think as a team, I think 49ers better team all round. And I think
Who do you want to win though, Rez? Who do you want to win?
I'd like the 49ers to win. I think
Interesting.
you always want a really good quarterback and amazing player to win something. So I kind of want Patrick Mahomes to win more than the actual Chiefs. Just
But
because
as
you
a
want
team 49ers you like better.
Yeah, but I think you always want a good quarterback to have, won a Super Bowl, and they deserve it. And he's such an incredible player, and you never know what's going to happen. But I think the 49ers. I'll go 49ers. What about you, Steve?
So my heart wants the Chiefs, but my head says the 49ers. And kind of like you, I would like Mahomes to win it now. And Andy Reid hasn't won one, and I think Andy Reid should win. And then I'd love Mahomes to get it under his belt now, because you imagine if he doesn't win this one and then he doesn't get back to, there's so many stories of people never getting back there or never doing. Look at Aaron Rodgers. He only has he has 2, right? But only or 1. Actually, he has 1. He has 1 Super Bowl, and he's like one of the best of his generation.
Who did
Look
he
at the
win that
Rams
with,
last season.
Steve?
Everyone thought they would be coming straight back. And they
Sorry,
didn't.
Pardo, what did you say?
Who did Rodgers winner with the Super Bowl?
Green Bay. The
Green
Packers.
It's always played for
Oh,
Green
it's
Bay.
always been with the Packers.
Yeah,
Oh, right.
yeah.
Wow.
But Drew Brees is the same. Drew Brees has only ever won one.
Roethlisberger too, but so. Anyway, I would love Mahomes to see Mahomes win it, because I think he's just unbelievable. But I just think that the 49ers, I feel like the 49ers are just going to run it down their throat, and their defense isn't, it's been okay the last few weeks, but I think they're not going to be able to stand up to them too much. And then I think Kyle Shanahan is the best coach that's there at the moment in the NFL. So I think he'll do a good game plan, and I think he might outsmart Andy Reid. That being said, I'm going to cheer for my heart, because I think if the 49ers are winning, I'll be like, oh, come on Mahomes. So I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to say I want the Chiefs to win. The Chiefs are going to win.
All right. Oh,
Even though I just can't see them stopping the
Chiefs are winning.
49ers.
What's the score?
Okay, I think if the 49ers win, it's going to be a kind of more low-scoring game because they'll stop Mahomes and then they're just going to run it in a few times. So, but I'm going to go for the Chiefs, so it has to be a higher-scoring game because then this means Mahomes is getting the ball back and throwing it down. So let's go 68 points total.
Okay. But don't forget, 49ers were part of your original predictions.
I know.
At the beginning of the playoffs, you had the Ravens and the 49ers.
I think the 49ers will be a good team and there and thereabouts for a while. But I think Mahomes, I would love to see him start his career like this, where he wins a Super Bowl and then, and then even maybe goes on to beat Brady's amount of Super Bowls. That's nice. What I would love. I think he'll be one of the best players that we'll ever see play the game.
Does he have to, each year, does he have to reset his trainer collection? Does he get rid of the ones from previous year because he's worn them twice, all of them twice, or?
This kind of made me a bit sad about him, actually, that he's making these documentaries about his trainer collection.
Imagine the people who watch that stuff.
But this is a classic. But that's what I like about the Super Bowl. It is like, how it used to be for us with the FA Cup. You used to make all these stupid programs and the build up to the actual main event. Yeah. So, everyone just loves it. You can't get enough of it. So you just give loads of little documentaries here and there. And for whatever reason, because you're so excited, you just want to watch whatever about anything to do with the Super Bowl or whatever the game coming up is. But we don't have any of that anymore.
We're digressing. You're right, Pardo, but we're digressing. Let's get out of here in under 40 minutes. So
I thought the pod was about digression.
It is, but we don't edit anymore. So you give us your prediction, Pardo.
Baz. Right. Baz.
I want the 49ers to win because I work with a guy who's actually going to go to the celebrations. If they win, he's going to book a flight and go. He's booked off next week ready. So for his sake, I want them to win.
All right, but aren't you going to pick up his workload and stuff while he's away?
No, I don't do any actual work. I just input data, don't I?
Yeah, but he's going to input his data. Probably Baz.
He'll just go uninputted.
The internet will be without some data for a while. Big loss. Go on, Pardo.
I'm backing City Chiefs for the win. So, I think it'll be a close game, and I like both teams, and I can't lie about that. So it'd be really good if I wouldn't be too disappointed about whoever wins. 49ers I used to follow as a kid. Well, I had the T-shirt, and then City Chiefs. I really kind of come up during the season, and my first season of watching NFL, and I think. Overall, I think City Chiefs, if they win it, that'll be fantastic. So I'll be backing the City Chiefs over the Super Bowl. But I don't know. I kind of change allegiances based on like how the kind of teams are playing and stuff. So we'll see how it goes. But I'll enjoy it as a neutral. Definitely a neutrals game.
Whoever wins, the chickens lose.
all 2 billion of them, or whatever it was.
Jimmy G will look pretty. If the 49ers win, Jimmy G is going to look good holding that trophy aloft. That's for sure.
Yeah.
He's a good looking man.
He's already got 2 Super Bowl rings, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's weird. Because you don't think about that. But yeah. I mean, you can't really wear them with pride, though, when you sat on the bench all night. I mean.
But you think about all the listeners to this pod now, we're all thinking, Sunday. I'm having chicken wings. So add all those extra chicken wings to the listeners of this pod.
So it's 50 times 10. That's 500 chicken wings, to be honest.
Yeah, but half of them half of them might be women and they don't eat chicken wings, do they, Steve?
True. Hey, I won that
lost
question.
Audience. So... Lost 50% of our audience there.
Sorry.
I don't like meat on the bone, so I'm out, guys. I'll leave the 1.4 billion to you.
You go for the chicken fillets.
How many chicken wings could you eat if we had a 4-way chicken wing off?
I could keep eating them forever, I think.
50, at least 50.
No.
Easy.
That used to be on Saturday was chicken wing night, and yeah, we used to have loads. Mum couldn't cook enough.
Where did you get them from? Your mum
Butchers.
cooked them as well.
Yeah. Get them from the butchers, all in barbecue sauce. Lovely.
Oh wow, where was this butcher? Oh wow. Okay, we digress again. Okay, I think we can stop recording now, and then we can keep talking afterwards. So
Hold on, are we
wants
signing
to
off?
say-
This is the end of the season, isn't
let's sign off. This is the end of the season. Let's say goodbye to everyone.
it? Wow.
Bye.
Thanks for listening.
Cool.
Pardo, it's a more emotional farewell for you. So say goodbye.
Well, no, I mean it has been a hell of a season. I've enjoyed it. It's been a roller coaster ride. Let's see what comes through the close season, whether we digress from NFL or we just have a nice hiatus and holiday prior to draft day. Not with Kevin Costner.